of you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed in attaining all in that which is your need? To be heard by the real answerer of all deeds, the true hero of all whom pleads. Who of you really want to bow down to the true King of Kings commanding the crown? To worship the one that ever rules alone, commanding everything of creation from the seat of its throne.
Now we will continue on with the rest of the audience, and we'll welcome the New York audience back because we know they're going to be catching the second half of this show. So you got where I'm coming from? You understand? If I say, oh darling, what's your name? Amira. Oh darling, Amira. That's a phrase. You know? 1,000 years from now, they say, well, what was her name? Oh darling, Amira. That's basically what they did to Yahuwah when Moses said Yahuwah. Jehovah. They don't even have the decency to put the ha on the last part of Jehovah. You know? But it's good for you to know that, you know. But it's very important for you to recognize the need for the consistency and how you get consistency. And that is by Allah giving you, Ahezaah giving you consistency. Every man, woman, and child, nature is to forget. We have to work on remembrance. You don't work on forgetting. That happens naturally. It's part of our nature. But to remember, we need the Lord Most High to remember. It shows us that we need it to remember. And truly, we need it to forget too. We need it for everything. Now, on the second part of that, what was it we was... Technicality, okay. And what I just said, and that is the technicality of the religious path. The technicality of it is, being technical is taking Allah's guidance verbatim. Ahezaah in the name of Allah said that it never destroys a town unless it first sends a messenger to that town. Correct?
Yes.
Now, if we believe that, then we must believe that with Prophet Muhammad being the last messenger, something is wrong, because in the past 1,500 years, Allah has destroyed many towns. In many parts of the world. Allah says, obey my messengers, obey me and obey my messengers. Prophet Muhammad was the last. What is the sense of it saying obey its messengers? Because if he was the last, all the other ones been passed on. Don't tell me you listen to Jesus, you liars. Because Jesus is passed on. Let's be technical about it. Unless Jesus comes from the world of the angels and speak to you personally, you don't have Jesus' words. You might have a record of what he said. Excuse me? Yeah, supposedly. But you might have, I said might. Might means covers supposedly.
Right.
Technical. You might have a record of what he said, but still you don't have what he said. Because I'm saying something right now. And in my saying this, can you write this, what I said, what I'm saying? Can you write this down and keep it as a record? Can you? Can you? Can you? No, you cannot. You cannot write this down and keep it as a record. You know why you can't write this down and keep it as a record? Who would understand your emphasis? I said you can't. How you gonna write that down to make it be what I said? I just emphasized you can't write this down. So what you gonna do? Put can't in bold? And then if I say, if you could, what you gonna do? Put it in thin writing? Very thin writing? They don't have enough punctuations to make everything in enough order to make it all mean the same thing for you to be able to put down what I said. That's why it is necessary that Allah stay alive for us as individuals. Because in order for us to receive Ahezaah Allah's message, the Lord Amen's message, the Lord El's message, we must receive it in the same way it gives it to its messengers. No matter how much I talk to you, when Allah decides that it's going to talk to you, like it talks to me, and you're going to hear the deeper meaning of what it has said, because I can only echo what it says to me to you. That's all right. Technical is good. You got another word?
That wasn't what I was looking.
What were you looking for?
Maybe more in order of recognizing.
Recognizing?
Ahezaah.
Okay.
And all things in the smallest of manner. And basically what I was drawn off from it was
Speak up.
how we overlook Ahezaah when we look at ourselves. You know, when we look at ourselves and we call ourselves caring for ourselves, we're looking at ourselves aside from Ahezaah and the care of ourselves.
So in actuality, you wanted to get up here and give us a service, a sermon, or a teaching.
No.
It sounds like it.
Because
I've given what you said in all what I'm saying. If you think deep, if you listen clearly, I'm giving exactly what you're talking about now. I'm giving that the recognition.
Oh.
You know, talking about how you recognize. You need to recognize El to ask El for what you need. You know, I'm giving that. So that's why I said maybe you wanted to come up here because I'm not giving it in your words, in your phrase, the way you want to give it maybe. We'll see. We'll put you on the next show. Okay? But you chose an excellent subject, the technicality, because see, people don't understand how serious being technical is in the path of the way. You know? If you don't recognize that you need Ahezaah, right? You listening? You know they're talking about me now, whisper about it. If you don't recognize that you need Ahezaah, then you get lost from the way. There's no saying man was created equal. And people go to Washington, D.C., or Mecca, or Jerusalem, or, you know, Timbuktu, or wherever their capitals are, wherever their leaders are, and they start yelling, man was created equal. We want our equal rights. when they gave up their equal rights at a very young age, when their forefathers gave up their equal rights a long time ago. They constantly, consistently give up their equal rights because they don't recognize what their equal rights are. See, if everybody recognized at a young age that we are all equally dependent upon El, and we all need El, and we all need to abide, tolerate what El puts down on us. We all need to obey El. And if we all follow El's guidance and put that guidance to law and put down the civil laws and raise up the divine laws, then we will all grow and continue to recognize what the equality is. Our equality is not to be found in the differences of our talents. If I got a greater talent than you, why should I stay not doing anything if your greatest talent is being a Lazarus? Should I lay down with you and stay down and do nothing because that's your talent? Or should I go and apply that talent that Allah gave me, which may be of many things, or of one thing? In each of our talents, we need to know that we need Allah, we need El to be able to do what we're doing, even if it's just laying down, laying around doing nothing, even if it's doing evil. We need it to be able to do those things. So, man being created equal, we're equally dependent upon Lord El. So, if you recognize that you are equally dependent upon the Lord El, who in the world is greater than you? Except El. Hello? I didn't say who got greater talents than you. I said who is greater than you. Who is greater in need of El? Or who is greater in not needing El? Who needs El less? No one needs El less. Everyone needs El equally. When I say equally, there's nothing about you that you don't need El for. Meaning you are in complete need of El. You don't get no further than complete. And everything is in complete need of El. So everything is completely equal in that aspect of being a creature of life, a servant of El. We need El completely. Now, we get lost once we get our talents and we get led astray. And we get those talents and we think we're better than someone, and some devil come up and say, see, you're greater than that one because you got better talents. You got more money. You live in a better neighborhood. You're a better person than that one. Oh, you was never a slave. You don't come from that lineage. You're a greater person. Black folks from Africa come over here to this country and Caucasians tell them, stay away from them Negroes. If you want to survive in this country, you're not like them. You're better than them. People believe that. Huh? But the worst people are those who have the greater talents that don't use those talents completely for the cause of the one that gave them the talents. In other words, you got the devils, you got the jinn who rule this nation, will purposely keep a nation or a race of people uneducated, unknowing, unaware, purposefully misguide them so that they could stay in power over them, not realizing that the only reason they have that power over them is not because of their knowledge. It's because of the trial that Allah put on them and gave them power over these people. When the Creator decides, when the Master decides that it's going to give these lowly people power over everybody else, nobody going to be able to stop the lowly people from taking that power, from being a power. If you don't believe me, ask Moses and his people, who was richer than the Jews and more powerful, more collected and connected with each other. I can't think of a people. And they're powerful people and quietly powerful. They ain't flaunting their power. You got other races of people that stand out and they want to flaunt their power. They want the biggest house and they want everybody to see it. And they the same people that get all these athletes and stars in these houses that they rent and claim for themselves and say, what they call their houses, they pads or whatever, and do the reality show and let you come in and see their cribs. Come see my crib. That's arrogant. That's arrogant. And that's pushing off that you're better. If I say come see my crib, people, bring dollars to come see my crib. I have a collection basket at the door. Because I don't want you to see my crib. I don't care how much I got in there. I'm a private person. And I don't think I'm better than people. And what I want for comfort. And if it happens to be of a new light, well, so be it. You know? You might want a Cadillac, I might want a Rose. But not because it's a Rose. You know, I might want a Rose with wings, man, because I'd rather fly and get there quicker.
I think what you was just talking about, it go back to something called get rich or die trying, like a mom mentality, like I want to have the finest of everything.
Yeah, I heard something like that. Yeah, get rich or die trying. One of those rappers put that out there. 50 Cent. Yeah. 50 Cent put that out there. That's why they call him 50 Cent, I guess. You know, half a dollar. You know. That was supposed to be thug hard, you know. But him being a leader is terrible, you know, because first of all, he's pointing people to mammon. He's pointing people to the gift and not the giver. And he's telling the people to get rich is worthy of you dying. And for myself, there's nothing worthy of me dying except my Lord. Not even my family, not even my children is worthy of me dying. Now, if I'm dying for the cause of my Lord, in regards to my children, and my wife, and my family, or you, be it. But why should I want to die for my family or for you for no good cause? No, that's something different. You understand what I'm saying? People say, I'd die for you. Okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to kill about 50 people for no good reason. Now, when they hem me up, you going to come and die for me? Or you going to say, damn, man, I ain't ready to die for you for that. What if I kill one of those people that you love the most? Still ready to die for me? See, in being technical, you got to put everything where it belongs. That's why the brothers who have said to me, man, you just don't understand, you enlightened. See, they off base. I understand because I've been there and done that and been laid down, knocked down, had to get up and struggle and do what I had to do. to fight and cry and die for Allah, to be reborn again. You feel me? So it's like first of all, if I'm going, my riches is my Lord L. That's the truth of me. I would love to have the billions or whatever. But if I had that, boy, oh boy, I would be doing more for the Lord L in this cause. So my aim is still the Lord L. If I'm torn and ragged and have nothing, my mindset, my service, still for the same thing, Lord L. So that's not changing about me. Everything for the Lord L. Then I look at it, whether I'm rich or poor, and I know I need it to stay where I'm at. I need it to get where I'm at. I need it to not be where I'm at. I need it to get away from where I'm at. I need it for everything. So for that brother to make that statement, that was a statement to that was an artificial statement, because he ain't trying to die to get rich. If 50 was trying to die to get rich, why would he run? Why would he run to upstate New York away from the danger? Why would he run to California away from the danger? He ain't trying to die. Get rich? Yeah. Die trying? No. Because if he was going to die trying, he'd stay there in the face of fire. Huh? Like myself. I'm going to serve Allah or die trying. Now, I've had agents who infiltrated my life, try to kill people in my life to stop me from serving Allah. And I ain't going nowhere, and I ain't run from them. My Lord said to me, there's nowhere to run and hide from these people. The way I've done things today with technology, there's nowhere for you to hide. So you're not running. And I'm not going to let anything happen to you in terms of them defeating me from, defeating me and my purpose through you. I'm not running anywhere. Now, they would love for me to run and shut the hell up. Look how many people been trying to shut me up over the years. Huh? And I'm getting old, coming into my elderly age, and still ain't running. Still ain't going nowhere. Because I'm here to die trying. For real. So that was a counterfeit statement. False statement of his, it was counterfeit. I don't care how many muscles you got or tattoos or whatever. It don't matter.
But the worst thing about that is little 7, 8, 9-year-old minds hearing them say that and look up to him.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. The generations after generations of our people not reading and writing on the wall, that you got a people trying to destroy our race of people and our nations, and the lesser, so-called lesser nations of people in lesser power, and they would make leaders like that. And people, they say, well, how can you call 50 a leader? Every person who is a public person is a leader. I'm a leader because I'm sitting up here in front of this camera talking, and people are listening, and some people are following me in what I'm saying.
And some people think that it's not their fault that they held up as a leader just because they're in the public eye.
Well, the thing about it is that they don't recognize their responsibilities. Everything you do, you should have some sense of recognition. And that's what we're talking about, recognizing Ahezaah. If they recognized Ahezaah, then Ahezaah will give them the wisdom and the eyesight to see that they have a responsibility. You feel where I'm coming from? I remember once upon a time I had got to a point where I wasn't using profanity in my language. And I was in my 20s. And I really knew and believed that was the right way. Thought that was the right way. And I came into a situation where, I needed to be heard. Working as a cop, I needed to be heard. And people weren't hearing me. They was laughing at me. Even other officers was laughing at me because of the way I was talking. Until I broke down one day and went back to the hood in my mind, my real self, what I was rooted in. And the flim and flam came out, and they seen my eyes turn red like fire, and they knew that I was for real. Then everybody was listening. I was like, E.F. Hutton was like, oh shit, y'all, listen. E.F. Hutton was listening. Dialed the phone up and said, I'm E.F. Hutton, I'm listening. And I realized, when the Lord said that his messenger would come speaking the language of his people, the language of my people is profane. I don't give a damn what Jesse Jackson and that fake-ass Reverend Al-Sharpton is saying. And why I say fake, because he's not a reverend of the Lord's word. He's saying he is, but I don't see him promoting that. He's a civil rights reverend of the civil rights, I guess, But anyway, they could say what they want to say. Bill Cosby talked about these young boys doing their little comedian thing and using profanity. Okay, they really get out there and get with it where they probably don't need to go and don't have to go. They think they have to go there because somebody said, if you don't use this, man, you ain't going to make it out here. If you don't talk about sex, you ain't going to make it out here. All black folks want to hear about is sex, so you got to talk about sex. You got to base your jokes on sex. Who told them that? A white man probably told them that. Caucasian probably told them that. I don't know. Anyway, but Bill Cosby, he didn't use profanity, did he? He just profaned our people by playing the goon role, the slap happy nigga role. The educated doctor, educated role who really lost connection with our people. That's profaning our people. That's cursing our people. So you don't have to use a word to curse our people. You can use an act to curse our people. And I don't give a damn how much money you make and how much you perform and act like you Mr. Uppity, you still could be cursing our people. You have to understand what a curse is. So, I might use profanity in love to raise you up to the divine. Because that's what you understand. That's what will stop you and make you listen. Oh. I have trouble in this city for a long time. It wasn't until I said, look, I'm tired of this bullshit. Anybody come here and mess with my people, they going to get 5 for 5. The law said an eye for an eye, 2 for a 2. Huh? You want to kill one of mine or do up one of mine? I'm going to kill one of yours and do up one of yours. I'm going to bust your ass. I'm going to show you where I'm coming from, where I've been. Then all of a sudden, I ain't got nobody messing with me no more. The language of my people. They understand that language. As long as I try to act like I'm from Oxford and carrying on, and they look at this goon. What the hell is this dude talking about? And I'm saying the same thing, but it's a matter of how I come across. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you think about brothers come through, sisters come through. Brothers try you and sisters try you. Now, I joke with my sons. I love the fact that they're getting older and bigger than me and everything. But each one of them that grow up and they get my size and start getting bigger, I be like, yeah, nigga, I know you think you can whoop me now. Yeah, we gonna do it. I'm gonna knock your head up. Come on, let's go on. Yeah, come on, you know you can whoop me. You know you think you can whoop me. Come on, let's go on the back room, nigga. Come on. And they be like, nah, Dad, nah. I got a son pumping 500. Nah, Dad, nah. He picked me up with one hand, right? Spin me around and kiss me on the cheek. I said, oh, time to kick your behind now, because I know when you doing this, you trying to tell me you can whip my ass. We gonna fight. Oh, nah, Dad, nah, Dad. But it's a joke. But I'm for real. I still got the same heart and the same mind. I don't care what this body doing. You understand? I still a lower hammer on your head, man. Even if I had to go up on the roof and drop it. Oh boy, with that I say, man, peace and blessings, man, about your presence. I enjoy you, I love you, take care, keep it real, see you next time.
Who of you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you